И здравия желаю, товарищи комрады. Вы на канале Танцор Sky, и сегодня мы с вами продолжаем проходить GreedFall. Шестой стрим у нас по этой потрясающей игре. И я чего для себя решил? Не знаю, вам, наверное, так будет лучше. В общем, я для себя понял, что игра очень большая, и чтобы мы ее вообще в принципе могли когда-нибудь пройти, мы, наверное, сделаем как? Мы будем с вами на стриме проходить только сюжет. Ну, то есть сюжетные квесты, да, которые непосредственно влияют на концовку игры. А все остальные побочки и задания я буду проходить как бы за стримом, чтобы не отвлекать вас от основного повествования. Мне кажется, так будет правильно. И если вы также считаете, то напишите об этом в комментариях. Ну, в общем, вот. Ладно, давайте включаться. Всем огромный привет еще раз. Привет, привет, привет. Так, что мне нужно сделать? Что мне нужно сделать? Мне нужно сделать вот так. Ну да. Да, все работает. Все хорошо, без задержек. Так, в общем, смотрите, основная идея. У нас есть много квестов, да? Вот, есть, допустим, задания, а есть дополнительные задания. То есть вот это вот все, это, считай, побочки. Плюс есть поручения, это ну, совсем такое себе, да? Вот эти вот два пункта, дополнительные задания и поручения, я буду проходить вне стрима. И, ну, чтобы вас это не слишком отвлекало. Мы сегодня допройдем то, что начали, вот, допустим, пороки предстоятельницы, да? Вот. А все остальное мы с вами... Вы не увидите вот эти... Ну да. Так, что у нас по инвентарю? Я наконец-то раздобыл себе стальной двуручный меч. Я его просто купил. Я не помню, на стриме это было или нет. Вот. Попробуем теперь с двуручным обычным. Потому что тяжелое мне вообще что-то не зашло. Слишком уж оно тяжелое, скажем так. Вот. И, собственно... Так, тут у нас все распределено. Ну, пойдемте. Так, давайте определимся, что мы сейчас будем делать. Значит, пороки предстоятельницы, поговорить с Куртом, найти интенданта Сан-Матеуса. Курт. Ласка. Давай пока уберем тебя. Ласка, дружба. Принять. Подожди, Ассиора. Симпатия. А ну-ка, погоди.
Karanz, do you need something?
Do you have anyone, a friend perhaps, whom you can talk to in this trying time?
I usually confide in my sister, but she's suffering too. And I think she resents me for not having been there when our mother needed me.
I know we've only known each other for a little while, but if you need someone to talk to, I'm here.
Thank you, Anal Manawi. You are a good person. And I'm glad that you are my friend. Anything else?
I've never heard you talk about your father. Who was he?
He was the Donegad of our clan. He died many cycles ago, but this memory is still painful. So we usually avoid the subject.
What happened to him?
He was killed as he tried to escape the lions who wanted to capture him. My mother never really recovered from it. This is one of the reasons why she decided to go to war. Anything else?
I must leave you. See you later.
А я думал, романтика, там все дела. Ой.
I must leave you.
Так, даже мне Курт нужен. Так, Курт.
Greenblood, my friend. My contacts have spoken. I was able to discover the location of this infamous phantom training camp.
Do you still think they should be held accountable?
More than ever. You know that I recruited Rayner. I want to know what kind of
Это та же история с этим Рейнером.
I want to know what these madmen did. But I fear if I go alone, I might not be able to control myself. And I won't learn anything. But you're already very busy. Come find me again when you have less to do. Anything else?
I must leave you.
Greenblood, my... I can't let me, but... Anything else?
I must leave you.
Давай. Так, и для себя я понял, что нужно всегда таскать бушлат капитана. Он всегда нужен. Сен-Матеус. Так, найти интенданта в казармах. Пойдем. Леденца допросим. Зверская, конечно, погоняла леденец. Как-то Кэндимен или как будет? Наверное, вот так вот.
May the enlightened always keep you in his divine blessing.
Чё? Так, вот, наверное, вот сюда.
At least not yet. Remember, my child, the bookmaker told us that he hangs around here at night.
That's true. You're right. Let's come back later.
Угу. Ладно. Вернемся ночью. Так, можем пока... Что мы можем пока? Да. Другой квест пока сделаем.
Quartermaster Herbert. I'm in charge of these barracks. And you are?
Desade, legate of the congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. And what can I do for you?
Here. The Mother Cardinal gave me this mandate for you to supply me with some troops.
Everything looks perfectly in order. May I ask you what this is about?
Some members of the Order Luminous built a camp to convert the natives by force. Her Eminence wishes to put an end to what could lead to a war between Thélème and the natives.
I see. It was high time someone put an end to the dangerous zealousness of these inquisitors. I will order the men I have here to assemble in the courtyard. But do not worry. I will send you my best. I just need to explain the mission to them, and they'll be on their way. Soldiers, the Mother Cardinal is sending you to fight under the orders of His Excellency Desade. You will have to put an end to the crimes committed by the Inquisition in a nearby fort. I expect you to obey the orders of His Excellency without question. For Thélème, for the Guard, fight with honor!
Comrades, pack your bags. We're leaving at once.
Fight with honor!
For the coin and the enlightened.
Отправляйтесь к месту встречи на поляне. А что, столько места, куда выйти? Ну, гуд. Давай тогда через резиденцию и телепортнемся, да? А, весь этот отряд там остался, видимо, стоять. Лагерь у заповедной поляны.
We're almost at the fort. Should we wait here until nightfall?
Yes, let's.
Our men are ready, Your Excellency. They're awaiting your orders.
А, это вот та
Our
крепость.
objective is located
Понял.
beyond this cliff. The Inquisitors are not expecting us. We have the element of surprise. Let's make good use of it.
Understood, Your Excellency. We'll be discreet.
Let's find a vantage point to get a better overview of this fort.
Here it is. The Mad Inquisitor's fort.
There's no turning back. I hope that you're all ready. Most of their troops seem to be outside, as if they sense we are coming. The prisoners are most likely inside, in some basement perhaps. And it seems as if there are some in the right wing as well.
Most of the fighting will take place outside. The priests are at a disadvantage in confined spaces.
We must strike quickly if we want to make good use of the element of surprise.
What are your orders, Your Excellency?
We are behind the camp where there are fewer guards. Getting inside will prove less troublesome from this side. We will conduct 2 near-simultaneous assaults. The first larger group will attack from the front to cause chaos in the enemy ranks. As for me, my companions and I will get inside the building from the back and sneak into the basement. We will set as many prisoners free as we can and use the opportunity to search the building. Once you have eliminated the troops in front of the building, focus on the right wing.
At your orders. Should we keep a few men here to catch any potential runners?
Indeed, an excellent suggestion.
Мгм.
Are you ready for the assault?
We're ready, Your Excellency.
In that case, conduct the assault as soon as you're in position.
Эх, жаль, тут быстрого убийства нету. А, есть. Обалдеть, я даже не знал. О, солдатская кераса инквизитора. Что-то крутое, потому что фиолетовое. Стелс. Воу. Так, это я погорячился. Так, с другой стороны.
Things are about to get dicey.
Let's see who the lightning will favor.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Let's hurry and reach the prisoners before the Inquisitors kill them all.
Сейчас доберемся. Надо полутаться только.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Ох ты. Быстрая атака. Вот это вообще жесть. Сейчас найдемся. Здесь содержится краткое описание пленников с их приблизительным возрастом, без имен, но с указанием методов, которые к ним применялись. Также отмечено, уверовали ли они или вернулись к свету. Последних намного больше, чем первых. Ох ты, господи. Сраные фанатики. Так, ключ нашел.
Wait here for now. We're still fighting outside.
Так, вы как тут, бедолаги? Что-то я только боя не слышал. Давай-ка по-тихому.
Good day.
Ух ты, ё. Good day. А, ну вы типа эти всякие повара и прочие чуваки, да?
May the enlightened bless you.
Да, и тебе. Так. Да получай. Сраный инквизитор. Тетради, предназначенные, скорее всего, для стражи, перечислили имена всех инквизиторов, имеющих право на посещение секретного лагеря. Среди прочих указано имя отца Клаудиуса. Остальные имена вам неизвестны. Но представительница Корнелия наверняка ими заинтересуется. Отлично. Еще и доказательства нашли. Классно, так нагнетает хорошо. Здесь перечислены все расходы Ордена Света, в том числе расходы на организацию и содержание секретного лагеря. Отлично, всю шаболду накрыли. Помочь это хорошо, но полутаться-то тоже надо. Подожди, а тут еще что-то. Что, мне нравится то, что двоих сразу можно задеть. Да блин, да он пропадает. Сейчас можно еще раз появиться. А, не, о, все. Да, багов, конечно, хватает. Да не до тебя сейчас. Подожди ты.
There's no one left to set free. Let's get out of here.
А этих всех они перебили. Уроды. Как, блин, можно пытаться кого-то убедить в своей вере, если ты при этом насильно это делаешь? Я не понимаю. Да, вот здесь вход был.
How did the battle go for you?
Your plan was successful, Your Excellency. We won a resounding victory.
Congratulations. And we were able to set the prisoners free. They were completely exhausted, but alive. I would like for you to escort them to the closest village.
At your command, Your Excellency.
Once this is done, you can return to your garrison. And do not worry, the Mother Cardinal will be informed of your valor in combat.
Ну что, я нас поздравляю, мы сделали все как нужно. Сраные фанатики. Слушай, пока ночь, знаешь, что мы сделаем? Мы сейчас пойдем вот сюда. Раз пока ночь. Ну, чтобы 2 раза не ходить.
If you will excuse me, I am due, sir. Greetings! May the word of...
Have a nice day, sir.
Да, да. Так, что, стелс или нет?
Good evening. Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desarde, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petrus.
You seem to be very well informed. Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green coat?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman, and that she is actually the Mother Cardinal.
How did you... You would be better off forgetting that.
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined. But nevertheless, seems rather eloquent.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble. Legate or no legate.
Come on, it was just an innocent little conversation. Goodbye, Mr. Kane.
Bye. And Godspeed.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough for you?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to good use.
I have faith in you, Father.
Так, ну хорошо, пойдем в любом случае к предстоятельнице. Блин, я-то думал, сейчас драка будет, еще что-нибудь. Не хватает мне хороших драк. А чё музыка тревожная? Я уже думал, что в засаду попаду. Так, вот главная площадь. Ага. Так странно, там темно было, тут уже светло. Чудище, за что тебя сожгли, а? Так нравится, как он вламывается.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Sir de Sardet, what can I do for you?
We managed to dismantle the Ordo Luminis's camp, Your Eminence. And while we were there, we gathered proof of their exactions.
Those wretched fools! How dare they challenge me a second time? I will make sure that a decree is published so that their order is now forbidden on this island.
The guards served you well, and bravely followed your orders.
They will be thanked and rewarded for it. But it is to you, Your Excellency, that I express my deepest gratitude. Without your intervention, Teleme as a whole would have appeared as a monster in the eyes of the islanders.
It was my pleasure, Mother Cardinal.
Ну, хорошо, вроде все идет неплохо.
Your Eminence.
Sir de Sardet.
I must leave you.
Naturally.
Так, пойдем к себе сейчас в резиденцию. А оттуда тогда перекачиваем. Потому что я так понял, я много чего интересного при этой атаке собрал с трупов. Надо бы это все проверить. Так, давай смотреть. Выносливость 3 нужна, выносливость 2 нужна. Смотри, даже это лучше. Сопротивление урону ядом. Ну, давай вот это оденем, что. Перчатки инквизитора. И оставим эти. Сапоги. Выносливость. Так, короче, срочно выносливость качаем. Я понял. Короткий меч, ловкость 3. Тоже ничего. Так, давай поскидываем. Короткий меч, ятаган. Это все сольем. Так, это снимаем, а это все продаем, да? Тьерна. Давай это тоже скинем, А вот это все продадим нафиг. Это тоже скинем. Все. У меня такое чувство все время, что у меня заканчиваются аптечки. Ложное, наверное, чувство, но все-таки. Не. Покупка, компоненты, ловушка, сильное зелье равновесия, противоядие, сильное зелье здоровья. Да давай, чё нет. Так. О, шляпа инквизитора. Можно, кстати, ее купить. Давай. Уплотненный плащ. Это все тоже. А, все, одел. Давай. Так, теперь сообщить этой. Так, в принципе, из этих только сообщить этой, поговорить с Куртом. Ну вот, а этот квест сдадим, поговорим с Куртом и пойдем по главным квестам.
What do you seek?
I have come to tell you that we have taken care of the Inquisitors and set the camp's prisoners free.
You thought we weren't capable of fighting the Soul Lesser and of freeing our people?
That's not it. I thought it was my duty to inform the woman who represents Thélème here of the situation. She's the commander of the Soul Lesser, and she was furious when she heard about their actions. She made a point of punishing them herself, and of having your people set free as a token of good faith.
I understand. She's proven a respectable queen, and you have proven an ally. I thank you for your help on Almanawi. From now on, you have our gratitude and our trust. From this day forward, you are a Garant of our clan. Anything more?
I need to be going.
Wawalem Seg.
Так, отлично. Из-за того, что мы с ними подружились, нас теперь что-то какие-то еще и трофеи ждут.
Green blood, my friend. Let me. I need the help.
How can I refuse?
Отправиться в куртовый лагерь призрачного полка. Пойдем. Интересно, что там за подарки мне приготовили. Короткий меч. Вот этот, что ли? Да нет, не похоже. А цепь целителя. Подожди. Вот это, что ли, мне дали? Видимо, да, вот эту цепь целителя. Ну ладно. Древний клеймор. Так, давай-ка я что-нибудь из ружьишек хотел. Во, смотри, аркебуза есть. Целая. Меткость 3 нужна. Блин. Тяжело прокачка идет. Да, еще не заслужил. Левел. Так, ну, видимо, вот так вот мы сейчас пройдем, да? Должны, по крайней мере, выйти. Да, вот. Ох, хорошо, как лупит. Отлично. Нет, двуручная хорошо, конечно, лупит, да. С этим спорить глупо. Единственное, что не так быстро, но хотя бы и броню пробивает, и во всем остальном всяк лучше. Разовый урон большой. Может, не очень ДПМно получается. И смотри, как отбрасывает, оглушает. И сразу двоих, больше всех, кто в округе. Не, определенно это того стоило. Прокачка такая. Противодействие одной дозы алхимического препарата. А, да, надо не забыть, что я теперь это оружие могу смачивать. Магическое исцеление. А, до магического исцеления я хотел добраться. Ладно, еще доберемся, успеем. Характеристика. Так, ловкость, духовная сила, сила воли, меткость, сила, ловкость, выносливость. 2. Вот это туго, конечно, идет у меня. Ну, чуть больше хпшек стало, да. В общем, выносливость влияет на общее количество хпш и всякую способность нести что-то громоздкое и более лучшую там броню, оружие и так далее. Ой-ой-ой, не-не-не-не-не. Вы мне не противники. Вы слишком сильные были. Можно было бы, конечно, попытаться, но что-то не хочется. Смотри, как эффективно, да? Вот вроде медленный, но смотри, как дамажишь хорошо. И я доволен, я так и буду продолжать, наверное. Потому что когда встречаются какие-то боссы, их, конечно, легким одноручным оружием, ну прям вообще такое. Грусть-тоска, конечно, их затыкивать. Так, а вот тут, походу, дела какой-то секретный проход. А, лагерь. Ну ладно, лагерь так лагерь. Давай сохранимся. Да и ярость вроде хорошо копится. Сейчас смотри, у меня только теперь 3 полоски, что ли, ярости. А было вроде 4. Короче, я не перестаю узнавать что-то новое про эту игру. Так, нам нужно сюда. Но здесь еще есть что-то. Причем очень много. Ну ладно, пойдем по сюжетке. Так, что за призрачный лагерь?
I was informed of your arrival by my sentinels, but I didn't think it would be you, Kurt.
Rolf, you're the leader of this camp.
Do you two know each other?
We train together. We haven't seen each other in a long time. A very long time.
The world of warriors is very small, Kurt. What brings you here, my old comrade? And who are these people with you? They're not one of us?
My name is Desadeh. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Bishop Petrus. May the enlightened guide you.
These people sure are important. So, what are you doing here?
I've heard things about this place. About this very special camp.
And we wanted to see what it was all about with our own eyes.
That's very nice of you, but visitors aren't welcome in this camp. What goes on here is only the guards' business.
Does the same apply to me?
Listen, Kurt. I can give you and your friends some answers, but only because it's you. Anyway, knowing you as well as I do, I'm aware I'm not going to get rid of you that easily. So, what would you like to know?
What is it you do here? And why is this place kept secret? Even from your comrades in the guard?
The natives have their magic, and we have to train elites to be able to face them. That's what we're doing here. Our role is sensitive, and our location obviously cannot be revealed to the whole island.
I see the reason for this kind of training. The Bridge Alliance would be particularly interested in soldiers like these. And yet I'd never heard of this elite squadron.
We're still in the early stages of the program. We don't want to rush things. And our leaders demand secrecy. Orders are orders.
Orders are orders. Колобок, теремок. Здорово. Привет, комрад. Как поживаешь? Проходи, присаживайся. Заваривай чаек, кофеек, либо любой другой пенный напиток. И проходи со мной.
How is it organized?
The main building is reserved for officers and the wounded. The front and rear of the camp are dedicated to combat training. But most exercises take place outside.
Impressive. And how do you manage recruitment?
Only the best come here. Those who have combat experience. Once they arrive, they're separated into 2 squadrons, each led and trained by a lieutenant. But you already know all of this, Kurt. It must bring back memories.
Yes.
Конечно, Колобок. Чё ж не помнить-то?
Will you tell us about your training?
Один из комрадов.
Most exercises take place in the field to get the men used to it. The natives' knowledge of the environment gives them as much of an advantage as their magic. But if you want to know more, you should ask my lieutenant instructors.
Actually, we found out about this camp while we were looking for someone.
A kid I recruited. Rainer.
Oh, I didn't know he was one of yours. My condolences. I was told he died in an accident in the harbor.
Don't
Ну, не совсем утонул.
All right. Since you're here, I guess there's no point in lying to you anymore. The accident occurred during a maneuver. It's regrettable, but these things happen, you know?
We've taken up enough of your time, Captain.
I agree, and I have things to do.
I'd like to question your lieutenant instructors, if you don't mind. To ask them about Rainer.
You've become a real sap. Fine. But try not to disrupt the day's schedule too much. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. I couldn't contain my anger.
I noticed. Good thing you know this captain so well. I don't think he would have let us investigate otherwise.
I'm not sure it's a good thing, really.
Your aversion is clear. But is it him that you hate? Or what the camp represents, my son?
Rolf doesn't bring back good memories for me. But let's continue. I want to know what's going on here.
Узнаем. Чё, как в танках дела? Нормально, СТБшку купил. Акции на нее. Где они, кстати? Ну, мне не хватает на все времени. Если бы YouTube был моим основным местом работы, может, мне бы и хватало на все время, каждый день бы стримил. Но в силу обстоятельств стримлю только на выходных. И, к сожалению, сейчас только один выходной у меня выделен под это дело. Ерунду какую-то стримишь? Нет, не согласен с тобой. Я, видишь, вежливо выражаюсь. Даже ради тебя. Спасибо. Ну, просто если бы...
Lieutenant.
Captain.
My friend here would like to learn more about
Сейчас.
this camp.
At your orders, Captain. Sir?
Просто понимаешь, колобок-теремок, мой канал не предназначен для ололошек и там типа мамку в кино водил и так далее. То есть, если что-то подобное происходит в чате, это автоматически означает, что этот человек больше не будет зрителем канала. По крайней мере, о себе он никак больше не заявит ни в чате, ни в комментариях. Вот. Я как бы терпимый, делаю одно предупреждение в случае нарушения, да, и после этого бан безоговорочный и безвозвратный. Я просто воспитанный. Вот. Я многого не прошу от своих комрадов, просто не материться и никого не оскорблять, не обижать. Все мы здесь собрались ради хороших игр. Этим мы и будем заниматься. В чате не будет такого происходить. Да ты что? Видел бы ты год назад. Залетали всякие кони залетные. Но это долго не продолжалось. Ну, хорошо, молодец. Значит, ты хороший, верный комрад. Таким, как ты, почет и уважение.
Can you tell us about your squadron?
The recruits who come here are the best. And in my squadron, they get even better. I don't know what else to tell you. They're disciplined, rigorous, and effective. Exactly what you'd expect from the best soldiers.
What kind of training takes place in your ranks?
Combat in natural settings. Combat against the savages' magic.
I'm very curious about how you train against the magic the natives use.
Now these are complex, secret maneuvers. I'm very sorry, but I can't tell you anymore.
That's a pity. It would definitely be instructive.
I heard the recruit Rainer trained here. What can you tell me about him?
Oh, he was a good one. He died a little while ago.
So we've heard. Your captain told us he died during a maneuver. Can you tell us more?
The training we do outside can be dangerous.
Для всяких
Unfortunately, Rainer
школов.
fell to his death in a ravine.
He fell.
During a simulated ambush. I know, it's not glorious, but it happens. I'd like to get back to work now, if you'll allow it, Captain.
Go on. We're gonna go talk to some of your recruits.
I hope that it won't take too long. We're all very busy here.
We'll be quick, Lieutenant.
The story about training against magic is a lie. This lieutenant has no idea what he's talking about.
So what could they be training recruits for here then?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I don't like it.
Понимаешь, дело не в том, что ты корбиновец, а я нет. Я вообще немного про другое говорил. Как бы одно дело, когда уважать чужой выбор, да, о чем я всегда говорю, что кому-то нравятся мотоциклы, кому-то нравятся автомобили, да. Кто-то любит путешествовать, кто-то заводит 500 детей и так далее. Вот. То есть в данном случае то же самое. Тут дело не в том, что ты корбиновец, а я не знаю, как это назвать, юшновец или еще там как-нибудь. Вот. А в том, что, окей, ты корбиновец, и здорово. Вот. Я же совершенно не против и не перетягиваю на свою сторону. Ты у меня спросил, за кого я был, я тебе ответил. Я совершенно не против, что ты корбиновец. Если тебе это нравится, как я могу и какое я имею моральное право нарушать твои устои и то, что тебе нравится, правильно? Вот в этом и заключается принцип взаимоуважения.
Soldier!
Yes, Captain.
At ease. We have some questions for you.
Me? At your orders, Captain.
You look exhausted. Is training that rough here?
It's difficult at first, but you get through it. Taming fatigue. That's the key to it all.
Haven't you ever wanted to stop? You've never doubted your vocation.
I'm not a coward, nor a weakling. The strength of the shadow.
What is that? Your motto?
Our squadrons, Captain.
You seem concerned about your comrades. You keep looking at them.
No, not at all.
Are you afraid of what they might think of you?
Absolutely not, Captain. We are all of one mind in this squadron. We are very united.
Since this is such a close-knit squadron, you must have known Rainer.
Yes, of course. But he's not part of the squadron any longer. He left.
Really?
I don't know what you're trying to get me to say, Captain. Rainer left the squadron because he was sent on a mission. There's nothing more to say.
Sorry, mate, but that's not what happened.
I don't know anything more.
Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you, sire. Captain?
Good heavens. I feel like a bogeyman.
These recruits are clearly scared to let any information slip.
It's as if their life depended on it.
Угу. Все что-то скрывают.
Lieutenant!
Respectfully, Captain.
Here is my friend, the legate of the merchant congregation. He would like to ask you a few questions.
At your orders. I'm listening, sires.
How do the various squadrons in this camp differ from one another?
The recruits I train are intended to carry out more subtle actions.
Really? What kind?
I teach them how to blend into the background, understand customs, observe, and know when to strike.
That's strange. These skills are normally associated with assassins, rather than soldiers.
These skills are always useful, regardless of the enemy or the setting.
What kind of training do your men undergo?
I can't go into details, but they learn discipline, and to outdo themselves.
You mean to blindly follow orders, even to their death?
But No, Captain. We also teach them to analyze situations, so that they know when to act to avoid risking their lives.
How did you become an instructor in this camp?
I have led numerous squadrons before, and I've trained hundreds of recruits on the continent.
С такой булавой-то,
I've worked
конечно.
with Captain Rolfe in the past, and when I arrived on the island, he recommended me for this position.
That's very impressive. And I expect that you're familiar with the natives' environment and magic.
Yes, of course.
Kurt, don't you think that someone this talented fits what we're looking for? You see, we need to find someone who can replace Kurt to oversee my cousin's security.
Your cousin is a governor of New Serene, I've heard. It's a prestigious position. I don't doubt my abilities, but an offer like this, made so suddenly, must have a price.
We can't hide anything from you.
We're trying to find out what happened to Rainer, a recruit who trained here.
That name doesn't sound familiar. He must have been in the Shadow Squadron.
The other lieutenant squadron?
Yes. I'm sorry. Haven't been much use to you. Did something happen to him?
He died. His body was thrown into the harbor to make it look like he drowned.
I guess it was one of your recruits. My condolences, Captain.
We'll question some of your soldiers.
At your orders, but please be quick. I'd like to get on with training.
Так, ну ладно, хоть какие-то подвижки. Я типа тоже вежливый, но иногда, когда горит, могу и матерей разрабов оскорбить. Ну ты понял, короче. Да понятно. С днем ДВД, кстати. Да. Национальный праздник. Тебя тоже. Если ты, конечно, имеешь к этому празднику отношение. Имею. Никто, кроме нас.
Soldier, Captain. At ease, soldier.
We'd like to learn more about your training.
I have nothing to say about it, sir.
Really? Go on, it's not a difficult question. What do you do during training?
Is this a test, Captain?
No, it's not a test. You may speak freely.
Well, training is difficult, but we can't complain, Captain.
That's an interesting way to phrase it. You're very united in this squadron. At least, that's what I've been told.
United? You could say that, yes. Until death.
That's rather sinister. Does the name Rainer sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Well, no, not really.
You seem rather hesitant. Afraid of being reprimanded by your lieutenant?
No. Well, not at all. It's just that I can't tell you anything about Recruit Rainer. And we're lucky to have the lieutenant as our instructor, Captain.
We should leave this soldier to his work.
Your name, soldier?
Wilhelm. First class recruit Wilhelm, Spectre Squadron.
Keep it up, Wilhelm.
This recruit, Wilhelm, in spite of himself, led on more than the others.
His resentment is clear, but he won't divulge anything as long as his instructors are nearby.
Так, может, ты что скажешь?
Captain, we need information. Your instructor authorized us to question you.
Of course, sire. I'm listening.
How would you describe your training? Do you train outside the camp much?
Yes, we do. Well, not exclusively.
Really? Yet we've been told that your unit specialized in actions over difficult terrain.
Yes, I think so. Well, yes, that's true.
Problems remembering things, soldier?
No, Captain.
What's it like in your squadron?
Very good. The Phantom Squadron is made up only of the very best.
Do you trust your comrades?
We're like 5 fingers on one hand, sire. I would trust them with my life.
You've sure got the military spirit.
Yes, Captain.
We've learned that a recruit died in an accident during a maneuver. Does this happen often?
No. Of course not. Only to those who aren't strong enough.
That's strange. I was told that this recruit was very talented.
Давай, счастливый колобок.
I don't know what to tell you.
Не знаю пока, когда танки будем стримить. Может, кстати, в следующую субботу как раз оборудование новое 2.0, ну и все такое. Возможно, что в следующую субботу как раз будет.
Lieutenants, report.
Captain?
Could you give us a few minutes and take us around the site? I've never been here before, and I'm curious to see what goes on.
I'm not sure if we can, Captain.
We are on duty, Captain.
Right, Lieutenant. Let's go. Are you coming with us?
No, thank you. I'd rather stay here. Take in some fresh air.
As you like. In that case, see you later.
Хитро. Вернее, хитро.
Wilhelm, we need to talk. And don't worry. Kurt will make sure your superior doesn't come this way.
Why are you doing this?
We didn't think you'd say anything as long as she was here.
If you noticed, others will have too. They'll make me pay.
Even more reason to talk. If we have proof, we can take action and close this camp.
Very well. What would you like to know?
Хоть один нашелся.
What's really going on here? We know that Raina didn't die in an accident.
This is supposed to be a training camp for the Guard's elite. Only the most talented recruits are allowed to join. This is an immense honor, an extraordinary chance. That's what we're told every day. But in reality, it's just hell.
Tell me about the training you undergo here.
It's more torture than anything else. We're constantly beaten and humiliated, and the slightest complaint only leads to more blows. They even push us to police one another, so we don't dare talk. Whatever the orders, we put our heads down, grit our teeth, and obey.
It reminds me of the Ordo Luminis' interrogation methods. The poor buggers end up admitting to anything at all. Accepting the unacceptable.
I heard them tell you about the specialist training against the natives in hostile environments. But what they teach us would be more useful for assassins.
As for Raina, do you know what happened to him?
Yes. One day he just couldn't stand it any longer. He disobeyed orders, he fought back, and people got hurt. That's when things blew up. They summoned him for night training.
What does that entail?
It doesn't have much to do with real training. They call us up for it at the last minute. The weakest serve as punching bags for the others, who are encouraged to beat them. If we refuse, we too become the targets. So we join in and strike. If you're looking to punish Raina's murderer, you can start with me. We all have his blood on our hands.
Thank you for telling us all of this. You should get back to your comrades.
I hope you can do something. Have this camp closed. Otherwise, I'll soon be as dead as Raina.
We understand the risk you've taken. We won't let you down.
Thank you.
Жесть, конечно.
That was truly fascinating.
Captain?
I've seen everything I needed to see. You can leave us.
Yes, Captain.
Shall we go?
Kurt, Willem has spoken.
What did he tell you?
Интересно, что сейчас
The
будет.
recruits go through hell. They're humiliated, spy on each other, get bullied. It's essentially torture. Raina wouldn't stand for these methods. He rebelled and was summoned for night training.
Are you sure he used that term?
Yes, but he told me it's not really training. The recruits are summoned.
And the others beat them, sometimes to death. I know.
You knew about this kind of training?
Yeah. I thought it was a thing of the past. What a monster. How dare he?
I'm so sorry. I'm lost for words. Tell me, did you learn anything new?
I scouted out the site. There's two parts of the barracks we should look at more closely. Rolf's quarters and the basement, which they refused to open for me.
These people's methods are despicable. But we can't just charge into the fray. Innocent people could get hurt. What do you want to do, my son?
Let's wait for nightfall. We'll sneak into the camp unseen, search the barracks, the private quarters, and then the basement.
We might also try to find out where this night training takes place.
Yes. I wouldn't want other young recruits to lose their lives tonight. Especially Wilhelm.
Так, стелс. Никогда не принимал дедовщину.
Let's find Rolf's office. He surely has the key to the basement.
Подожди, надо еще залутаться, постараться. Так, пойдем в кабинет сначала. Тут нифига. Ключ от комнаты пыток. Капитан Рольф, благодарю за проделанную работу. Вы прекрасно справляетесь. Некоторые из ваших призрачных новобранцев уже заняли позиции в непосредственном окружении наместников, как мы и планировали. Майор Герман сообщает о потерях, но они не повлияют на наши планы. Продолжайте в том же духе, и мы скоро перейдем к делу.
This letter is disturbing, Kurt. It confirms that several deaths have been disguised in order to keep this camp secret. But it says that the recruits trained here have been assigned to governors from different cities. And yet I'm sure that Constantine knows nothing about these elite units. The conclusion of the letter also confirms that the commander is pleased with what's been going on here.
So Torsten knew.
So it seems. Including about the deaths.
He's gone too far. He dishonors us all. Sieglinder was right.
Капитан Рольф, вы были и остаетесь одним из лучших моих учеников. Ваши новобранцы прибыли в Сан-Матеус и полностью оправдали наши ожидания. Я сообщил генералу о ваших достижениях в призрачном лагере. Уверен, он не оставит вас без награды. Если те ваши солдаты, что находятся в других городах, также хорошо подготовлены, скоро вы станете майором. Забавно, что никого из стражи я не встретил.
Room. What could have happened in here?
Для пыток.
Fear, blood, death.
The Ordo Luminis would surely enter such a place if they knew it existed.
Жесть. Офигеть, это все мертвые. Рапорт командира. Согласно приказу, мы провели подготовку новобранцев. Некоторые из них плохо переносили недосыпание, поэтому их отправили в черную комнату в целях тренировки. Мы потеряли одного солдата, но остальным это пошло на пользу. Они вышли немного ослабшими, зато дисциплина значительно улучшилась.
This document explains a lot. They torture the soldiers to break them. Rainer shows up on this list more than once. He gave them a lot of problems.
Those who resist too much are lynched during night training. Rolf, you'll pay for this.
Kurt, Wilhelm's name was added to tonight's training.
These monsters want to make him pay for the help he gave us. The poor child will probably not survive.
We can't let them kill him. We must stop this training immediately.
The risk is that Rolf will ambush us.
If this boy dies because of us, I will never forgive myself. I refuse to let these recruits pay for the bastards who manipulate them. Let's avoid spilling blood in vain.
These children are victims, yes. But they are armed victims. Are you sure they'll spare us in return?
They're just kids. There has to be a way to reason with them.
We'll do what we can, Kurt. I can't promise anything more.
Да. Ладно, понял. Постараемся без жертв. Эй, ты куда пошел? Арестовать капитана Рольфа, спасти. Нужно сначала спасти этого.
It's blocked.
Отлично, из палаток вроде никто не должен выйти.
Despite what Wilhelm told me, I wasn't expecting this. He's getting destroyed.
They'll kill him. We can't let them get away with it.
Come on, get there.
Stop! We won't let you kill this boy like you killed Rainer.
Стойте, сволочи.
Do you realize what you're doing?
Captain? But...
You shouldn't be here. This time, you won't get away with it. To arms!
When my master of arms was in the guard, he always repeated, fight with honor. What honor is there in lynching one of your own when he's defenseless? What honor is there in being forced to kill one another the moment one of you refuses to toe the line?
None. We followed orders. Nothing more.
You've been manipulated. But it's not too late to refuse all of this, to act with honor.
You're right, Captain. It's over, Lieutenant. We will no longer beat our own.
Imbeciles! Traitors!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my health! And death to the...
Получила тварь.
I'm wounded, but I'll survive. Thanks to you. I'm eternally grateful.
Come, Wilhelm. We'll help you get home. We owe you that at least.
I'm counting on you to bring him back to the camp in one piece.
Yes, Captain.
Well then, let's go. We can't let that vermin Rolf escape us.
Так, отлично, с Куртом еще посильнее сдружились. Здесь, наверное, спуск.
You're right. Let's try to approach discreetly.
Так, тут не протиснуться. Мы слишком жирноваты. Не знаю, я это в армии еще старался пресекать как мог. Потому что никогда это не одобрял. И тут не позволю. По крайней мере, сделаю все для этого. Пройду, давай здесь. Да не бейте вы их. Подожди. Так, ну это понятно, я буду загружаться. Как мне подобраться-то туда, я что-то не пойму никак. А, во. Так, понятно. Значит, нужно втихую пробраться вот сюда. Интересно, есть какое-нибудь зелье невидимости у меня? Так, парализующая, магическая, стихийная лампа, зелье. Сильное зелье тумана, ярости, мощи, ловкости, равновесия, сопротивление, броня. Так, давай посмотрим на туман. Подарок матча. Компоненты. Так, зелье брони, сопротивления, равновесия, мощи, тумана. Зелье, которое существенно улучшает скрытность на длительное время. И эти двое таких. Так, тут, наверное, можно прибежаться. Наверное, сейчас будет жестко.
Rolf, you bastard, how could you be part of this disgrace?
You know that this is how the best soldiers are made. Soldiers, grab your weapons! Death to the traitors!
Stop! Soldiers, are you really going to obey these scoundrels? Do I need to remind you of the Guard's motto? Where is your honor?
I won't repeat myself, recruits. Execute these traitors!
Soldiers, listen to your captain. You are the victims of these monsters, and we are here to save you. We're doing our best to avoid a fight, to spare your lives.
Well, what do you want us to do? We have orders, and we know what will happen to us if we don't obey. Enough! To arms! Attack!
Must I remind you what happened to Raina?
And however many others perished to fuel the ambitions of this camp's leader.
Is this what you were promised when you were recruited?
No. No. Honor and glory. We've strayed far from all that. Let's surrender. Anything is better than dying here like dogs. How dare you? You know what awaits you.
Shut up, you idiots. You're no longer in a position to threaten anyone.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. You've trained cowards. Their training wasn't finished, Captain. And the speeches were so convincing. Silence! Where is this second squadron? Should have been here a long time ago.
They're not coming, Rolf.
They surrendered too. It would appear that your training methods aren't very effective.
Now that you no longer have lackeys to send after us, Rolf, you'll have to get your own hands dirty.
I've dreamt of shutting that big mouth of yours
Давай,
for
давай.
so long.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help, and death to the others!
Отлично. Все без жертв.
Yes. Yes. I'll be fine. I'm just glad to know that this camp won't kill anyone else.
What about you, Wilhelm?
Thank you for saving my life. Without you...
I hope you can forget all about this. This is not what the Guard is about.
I don't know if you'll be able to forgive us, Wilhelm.
I've been in your shoes on other nights. You didn't have the choice.
While we wait for this camp to close for good, you'll be under Wilhelm's command. You'll soon receive your transfer orders.
At your orders, Captain.
Glad it's you, Wilhelm.
You'll stay here for now. I'll send men I trust to come get you soon.
What do you want us to do?
I'll need backup if I really want to put an end to all of this. We must go see Major Sieglinder in New Serene. I need to tell her what was going on here.
Are you sure she wasn't involved?
Her? Never. She's old school. She already held the
No,
commander
ладно.
at a distance because she didn't like the direction the Guard was headed. He would have sacked her, or worse, if she didn't have so much support within the Guard. I should have listened to her.
There's no use brooding over the past. Let's go. We'll go and see her immediately.
Ну, зацените вот просто масштабность квестов, да? Не просто поди туда, убей того-то, плюс принеси мне его какие-нибудь трусы в качестве доказательства. И все, и квест закончился.
I need to talk to you.
What's the matter, Kurt?
We've just returned from a training camp. A secret camp, where elite soldiers are trained through terror, humiliation, and torture.
Don't tell me that.
Yes. One of my recruits died, and he wasn't the only one. It is designed to create a regiment of assassins.
I am sorry, Kurt. I knew something was wrong, but I never would have thought it'd go that far.
We put an end to it all. We had to. But Torsten allowed it, even encouraged it.
I told you that the commander's ambition would end up leading us astray from the ideals of the Guard, and that we would pay the price for it.
Yes. At the time, I told you you were exaggerating. That he had his reasons.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to speak out, Sieglinder, and reveal the commander's project to the governor of the congregation.
If I were as close to him and his family as you are, I would have done so a long time ago.
I know.
Я уже забыл, кто
I
такая
feel so
Зиглинда.
stupid for not having understood Torsten's scheme until now.
You've always been a loyal person, Kurt, and too many loyalties are sometimes hard to reconcile. But Torsten betrayed us all. I'm counting on you to make him pay for it.
Believe me, he won't get away with it. Goodbye, Sieglinder.
Goodbye, Kurt. My men and I stand with you.
Отлично, с Куртом теперь вообще дружба.
My friend, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Новая сирена. Как я скучал по тебе.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for?
No, thank
Да не, ничего, спасибо. Слушай, у меня есть шальная идея, а пойдем на арену подеремся, а? Тюрьма. Нет. Тут делать нечего. Через тюрьму разве проход? Да нет, что-то не похоже. Ну ладно, может здесь нету арены. Или не, подожди, оно в таверне, наверное. А таверна тут вот здесь. Что-то все время казармы рядом с таверной находятся. Совпадение? Да, совпадение. Так, давай посмотрим, есть у меня что-нибудь новое. Остальное клепанное, не надо. Да и все, и больше ничего нету. Нет, в принципе, только третий бой остался.
Perfect. As soon here for your greatest pleasure, our team of excellence.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. To my help. And death to the others. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Отлично. Даже если окружают, просто лупишь и все. Так, отлично. Так, сначала вот этих полеонов надо. Их хорошо прям валишь.
Things are about to get dicey.
Excellent. And the public really appreciated it. Now that was a challenge well won.
Четвертый. Ну такое.
I need to get going.
Huh. A pity.
Давай сохранимся и попробуем еще четвертый провести. Уже не до бесконечности эти бои нужно. Я думал, их только трое. Ё-моё, это будет сложно. Если я за этот опыт получаю какой-то. Ладно, четвертый потом будем выигрывать. Давай до рассвета подрыхнем. Так, что у нас по квестам? Между тем, секрет князя. Какого князя? Крутяк. Но ловкость 3 нужна. Капец, мне не хватает этих. Долго нужно качаться.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateos. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminous. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies, we transported some lords, men and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tirfredi was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native. You were born on one of our ships.
The child of an islander?
Да ладно.
But I know who my mother is, and...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You
Ну, в смысле?
Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral. I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go and see him.
My child, I understand that this revelation is upsetting. I wish I had the right words to comfort you.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat out of style?
This island
Does
is at
your
the very
vest
core
belong to
of
last
all
year's
our
fashion?
fates.
Welcome. Have you seen anything?
Вот так вот, сын островитянки, оказывается. Ну, такой же стальной эспадрон, только чуть похуже. Пригодится. Интересно, что на это кузин Костян скажет. Скажет: ой, да нет, это ж чё, это все нормально.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
Take your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict?
И?
The blood is black. Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me. Constantine, stay with me, Constantine. There is a chance that he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No, Constantine.
Погоди ты, может, он подмешал туда что?
Like your mother and the others on the continent. I'm dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so. Cousin, I don't.
Constantine, I'm here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Ну, выглядит он и правда болезненно.
Cousin, there now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure. I promise you.
Да ты чё?
Didn't you promise
Всё
the same
нормально
thing
будет.
to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that can't be dealt with later.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story, believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother came from the island and was brought back. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not your dear cousin?
No. All the lies we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told that I'm the spitting image of my dead father lost during an expedition. God, I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my dear cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day.
Навты +1.
Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I
Что
don't
случилось?
appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell me.
Silence! We have little time, and none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is
Ни хрена себе.
How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary. Definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No. We must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where to find your conspirators?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off the heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now.
Кого взять?
We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirange.
We must hurry before the guard can act.
Так, погоди. Что делаем вообще? ласк, ловкость, меткость, выносливость. Не, пусть эти двое будут. Предатели. Мы выполняем приказы только. Угу. Выполнение заведомо преступного приказа. Здрасте. Уже является преступлением. Так, не, погоди. Мне не сюда надо.
Lord Minister! The Coin Guard wants to take control of the island by assassinating all its governors.
The Guard is everywhere. They could succeed.
We will do everything in our power to thwart them. Come now. We'll take you somewhere safe.
I'll follow you.
Обеспечить безопасность Константина. Так, погоди, что я вообще делаю? Тут тупик. Подъем, спуск. Сюда, что ли? Ну, видимо, вот сюда, да.
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my quarters like some broken old maid.
Like someone
Вот и сиди.
Constantine. Someone sick who is dear to me, and the city wouldn't survive your loss.
You have such a way with words. Very well. I promise to stay here, obediently awaiting your return.
Let's go then.
And cousin? Watch out for yourself. You were dear to me as well.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
Верхний этаж. А, там еще кто-то на верхнем этаже остался. Надо было с него начинать, да? Вот, блин, монетная стража, а? Ладно, нет, так нет. Видимо, в другом помещении. Я там точно что-то подбирал.
Lord de Cossillon, the coin guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So, they have finally done it. Such proximity to power is a terrible temptation. It was only a question of time before they succumbed.
We should have paid more attention to your lessons. We might have been able to avoid all of this. Follow me. I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
Жесть. Я вышел. Норм, пошли. Как ты я сделал? Ух ты. А вот тебе и Dark Souls. Давай-ка быстренько вниз. Сейчас вас всех спрячем. Ну, а где ты?
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Keep in mind that Lady Morange is also on the list of people who are supposed to be assassinated.
In that case, we should find her at once. Her abode is very close to the palace.
And you will have to find a way to warn the rest of the governors.
We will meet with the messengers at the northern and eastern gate on our way, so that they can depart for Hikmet and San Mateus immediately.
Угу. Так, вкачиваемся. Один навык, да? Буря. Создать ударную, который накладывает эффект паралича на всех врагов на поле боя. хватит. Сейчас, может, прямо на улице у нас драка будет. А, нет.
Lady Moange, make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided to take control of the Isle. They plan to overthrow the governors. They were set on assassinating Constantine and his entire entourage.
The idiots!
You are in danger. Do you know a safe place where we could take you?
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go! And do be careful.
Достало.
Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
Предотвратить. Так. Давай сюда. А вы как думали? Вот гадская монетная стража, а я, блин... В принципе, этого следовало ожидать, когда одна структура, да во все ветви власти. Я даже не удивлен.
Messenger, be ready to leave at once. You must warn the governor of Hikmet that a conspiracy is underway targeting him.
It's just that I can't leave the city just yet.
What are you talking about? The order comes from the governor. What more do you need?
It's just that I was told if I left the city today, it would cost me my life.
Who said that? The commander's men, I suppose?
I don't really know, but they were heavily armed and they pay very well.
And so you are prepared to betray your prince and country for a few coins? Don't you understand that the reason I am standing before you is because the guard failed to take this city? Do you know the punishment reserved for traitors?
Very well, Excellency. I'll leave immediately.
Так, отлично, одного уговорили. Хикмет. Второй в мостовой альянс у нас побежит. Ох. Это будет тяжко. Но, может быть, и нет. А если обойдем? Ну что, в открытую, конечно, с таким количеством тех, кто выше тебя уровнем, сложновато будет драться. А вот стелс, никто же не отменял стелс. Вот и стойте так себе.
Make preparations to leave. I have a message to communicate immediately to the governor of San Mateus. You must tell the Mother Cardinal that the Coin Guard is preparing a coup d'etat. Her life and those of her entourage are in grave danger.
Very well, Your Excellency. I'll leave immediately.
The commander must be in his upstairs quarters preparing the attack. We should try to reach him discreetly.
We could try to go through the tavern's kitchen.
That's one way to do it. Or we could use the scaffolding to access the upper floor directly. But it's visible from the dormitories. And I know that the young recruits were ordered to stay there.
They will not suspect us if we're wearing guard uniforms. Do you know where the 3 lieutenants you told us about are located?
Ludger is an instructor. He'll be in the right wing of the barracks. As for the other 2, they'll be at the tavern. Olga and Werner are in charge of the guards' secondary activities in the basement.
I see. Our priority should still be to stop Torsten. We'll worry about the others later.
Так, не, у них другое. О. Попасть в казарму монетной стражи. Вот здесь по лесам можно пробраться. Будет драка, нет?
But what are you doing here? Civilians are not allowed to enter the compound. Lay down your arms and surrender.
That's not happening.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this.
Будете знать, как вякать на меня. Ну ладно, раз все равно не проканало. Не, подожди. Во. Ишь ты, будет мне приказывать хрен какой-то. Новобранец. Найти кабинет генерала монетной стражи. Спуск. Так, давай пока не в спуск. Спальное помещение, офицерские казармы.
What are you doing here? Who let you in? I demand an explanation.
It seems that your men are a little distracted this evening, Lieutenant. It is understandable, with all that's been going on. You are under arrest, as well as your commander.
But what is this? I recognize you. You're the governor's emissary. Kurt, you had your orders.
Sorry, but forced to betray someone, I decided it would be the less likable of the lot.
Traitor. Soldiers, ready weapons.
Poison on my blade.
Слабак.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Так, ну на арест это, конечно, мало похоже. Но я уже и не хочу прикидываться.
Do you know where Torsten could have gone?
No. But we'll see.
Генерал, мы в точности исполнили ваше распоряжение. Если операция закончится неудачей, у выхода из казармы вы найдете отряд, который сопроводит вас до порта. Там вас будет ждать корабль Навтов, готовый к отплытию, лейтенант Вернер.
Let's go.
Давай быстрее.
He must have been told about our attack on the ghost camp and drew his own conclusions. He knew you better than you thought he did.
The guard, we're moving out. Break camp. We are no longer welcome here. And so, these snake oil merchants defy us by sending their watchdog. Let's show them what guards are made of!
Вот и все.
The game is over for you, Commander.
Так, только остальных почему-то не это самое не стал я арестовывать. Малихор.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
Yes. I thought you'd like to know that the Coin Guard's attempt to take control of the island has failed.
This is excellent news. The kind I've not had in a great while. Thank you, Kurt. Were it not for your loyalty, we were lost. As for you, my dear cousin, you know what I owe you. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
Yes. And if your highness would permit, I would like to relay our most sincere gratitude from all of Thélème. Thanks to your message, the Mother Cardinal was able to thwart the commander's plans. By the grace of the Illuminated, the city is saved, and the traitors punished as they should be.
I was told that you were able to catch the commander before he got away.
Barely, but alas, his lieutenants managed to escape.
I care little for the underlings. The commander will pay for all of them.
Не, слушай, я сейчас, наверное, лейтенанта все захвачу.
We practice for treason? Oh yes, I remember now. Enough talk of ruffians. They failed, and for that I again thank Kurt.
If your highness is looking for a means to translate his gratitude, gold is a present that is always appreciated.
I imagine that you shall name a new commander.
Yes. I will discuss the matter with loyalist officers, but I think I know who will be elected.
I hope it is someone whom we can trust. We do need soldiers, but loyal soldiers above all.
We are well aware that the Guard's reputation has been tarnished. We will not make the same mistake twice. Sieglinde is solid and loyal. I have fought beside her.
You have my complete trust, Kurt. You have amply earned it. Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I'm always suffering, cousin. I'm in such terrible pain and we're yet to discover a cure.
I'm sorry. I fully intend to continue my research. We have a number of leads, but with all that's been happening...
Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer, with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take you there.
One of our holy men lives in San Mateus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Thélème are prey for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
The sailor's right. The holy men and the sages had their chance on the continent, and we all know how that went.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please.
Мне кажется, у островитян должны быть самые действенные.
I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Так, слушай, по поводу государственного переворота, да? Не, я все-таки хочу тех лейтенантов еще.
But he's clever. Apparently, he suspected I would refuse to follow his orders.
He must have been told about our attack on the ghost camp and drew his own conclusions. He knew you better than you thought he did.
Таверна.
Sorry, Your Excellency. I know you've paid your entry fee, but my orders are not to let...
What if I paid you a sum?
Very well, you can come in.
Да я бы просто ему, блин, сейчас череп бы проломил и все.
I regret, my lord, we are closed this evening. Come back another day.
I'm not here to tempt my luck. Are you in charge?
That's right. What do you want from me?
From you? Nothing. We are here to arrest the commander's lieutenants.
Is that right? Now this ought to be good. And for what crime would that be?
You know very well. For high treason.
Oh, and you think that my men are just gonna let you, without so much as blinking an eye?
Да ради бога, пусть вмешиваются.
Why would your men risk their lives and their families' well-being to serve your greedy ambitions? Gentlemen, you have been manipulated. I imagine you were promised riches and high station on the island. Told that with such a prize you would be free of the services of the merchants, the mages and the scholars. But do you imagine for an instant that the Nauts would risk losing their precious clients for you? That the continental nations that you've betrayed would accept that you might return to their lands? You would be condemned to remain on this island, isolated and forever banished from the continent. I only hope that you are leaving no one behind you, because you will never see them again.
You make sense. We have too much to lose in this story. I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but you're gonna have to deal with this yourself. Do with him what you feel you must.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate.
Так, где остальные?
Soldiers, ready weapons. We are under attack.
We have been sent by the governor Constantin d'Orsay. Your lieutenant is accused of high treason for having participated in an attempted coup d'etat. As you can see for yourselves, the attempt failed. Are you also ready to be accused of treason because of your loyalty to your lieutenant?
I doubt it. I'm sure they're gonna make the wise decision. Isn't that right, Dieter?
You give your word that we'll suffer no repercussions if we lay down arms?
You have my word.
Very well. We are dropping our weapons, soldiers. That dog's hide doesn't deserve our sacrifice.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Ну и отлично. Все, остается генерала повязать. Ну как повязать? Нашинковать его в мелкий винегрет. Тебя, сволочь, я запомнил. Не там я вышел. Давай через казармы выйдем. Блин, он бегать, что ли, умеет? Твою мать. Да погоди, это у нас тут переворот государственный.
Too late. The coward has escaped. Captain Reuben?
Aye, the man himself.
The Sade. And I'm sure you know my companion.
Vasco. Oh, do not worry.
I'm sure.
What brings you here?
The Admiral told me that you were the new captain of the ship we arrived on.
The Seahorse? Yes. It's that you did the crossing. You know. Did you want to know anything?
That'll be all, Captain.
Фак. Не, слушай, тогда лучше это... Мы сейчас загрузимся, знаешь как, чтобы одного из лейтенантов повязать. Вот. Одного мы сейчас взяли.
The guard. Let's see what you're capable of.
Come here, you pathetic dog!
Так-то лучше.
The game is over for you, Commander.
Yes. I thought. Thank you. Not only have you.
By the.
Do you have? If you. Yes.
Так, ну это пропустим, мы уже все слышали.
One of that.
As perhaps
I'll hold.
Так. Ну ладно, двух лейтенантов повязали, зато генерала не упустили. Пойдем торговцу сольем все, что добыли в боях.
Have you seen?
В шлеме я точно ходить не буду. Это скинем потом. Старые потрепанные. Наверное, они того не стоят.
For your visit. See you soon.
Давай.
Come closer, good people.
Ну, наверное, должны еще это, за то, что всех предупредили вовремя. Тоже какой-то профит должен быть. Сундук. Короткий меч. А зачем оно мне? Шляпу продадим. Так, давай вот это вот все возьмем. Поймем, что нам из этого не подходит. Сейчас еще раз к торговцу. Да, и, блин, и слом надо прокачать, и выносливость, и силу, и ловкость. Все нужно прокачивать. Но это все настолько медленно происходит. Так, ну в принципе, вроде двуручным пользуемся, так что тогда все это можно продать. Так, пистолет оставляем, голова первооткрывателя продаем. Это тоже продадим. Торс. Ритуальная епископская Броня инквизитора, господи, язык себе сломаешь. Солдатская кираса инквизитора. Взлом +1. Слушай, у нее взлом есть. Ее тогда будем носить пока. Да, точно. А это у нас наука минус взлом. Ну и ладно, в принципе, не сильно она лучше. Лучше, конечно, но не сильно. Старые ботинки из телемы. Сопротивление, сопротивление. Пусть будут. Шляпа. Так, ритуальная. Продаем. Продаем. Так, бригантина. Так, бушлат. Помощник капитана с горжетом. Вот, это все сольем. С собой будем вот этот носить. Да, и тебе тоже. Так, ну мы молодцы, мы прям глобально молодцы. Достаточно. Так, это скидываем. Камзол. Бушлат капитана оставляем. Вот это оставляем. Стальной двуручный меч. Вершение. Пробивание брони, физический урон, оглушение, выработка ярости. Давай физический урон сделаем. Ярость, урон, оглушение, пробивание. О, меч Геральта. Ну пусть будет. На урон заточен. Так, оглушение 8, выработка ярости, урон, пробивание брони. Угу. Солдатская кираса инквизитора. Броня 8, 10. Так, что сделали, получается? Ну да. Протупей. Так, чехол. Взлом +1, наука, энергичность. Переработать. Не надо перерабатывать, оставь. Так, броня, равновесие. И, в принципе, все. Броня, равновесие. В принципе, я равновесие не так, чтобы часто теряю, да? Мгм. Так, ну нормально. Еще улучшили себя. Так, между тем смотрим, что нам доступно. Страдать за помощью. Эти лагерь научной экспедиции. Давай найдем лагерь.
I need to speak with you, my child.
Yes, Petrus. What is it?
I've come up with a plan to put what we've learned about the Mother Cardinal to use.
Do tell.
You will have to take part in a fight in the arena, and we must make sure that the odds are high. To do this, you'll have to face a champion. This will lure her in.
That would effectively raise the odds. But the risk is they'll bet against me.
That may be the case. But the highest bets are based on the exact time of the defeat.
I see. We are going to make the Mother Cardinal believe that I will lose at a specific time.
And by doing so, you'll win something bigger than a fight.
This will make her lose a considerable amount.
Exactly. I've even taken measures to make sure her usual moneylender is unavailable. Without knowing it, she will come to me looking for gold in order to place her bet.
And she will be at our mercy. Is this how you settle scores in Thélème?
This is how all scores are settled, my child. Or on the battlefield. But that's much dirtier. So, what do you say?
It's a complicated plan, but an effective one. Let's put it in motion.
Let's go back to the St. Matthias bookmaker. Your skills seem to interest him.
Хитрый Петрус. Так, подожди, но я другим немного занят. Найти.
The valley is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition.
Красиво тут. Вон, вижу место для этого. Так, организуем себе место лагеря. Так, ну тут, наверное, не пройти. Я почему-то больше чем уверен. Ай. Так, нам как-то вот туда и направо потом. Или подожди, или вот есть путь. Нет? А, просто так нарисовано, что как будто не пройти. Ну все, сейчас даже, наверное, быстрее получится дойти. Там еще подъем есть какой-то. А, вот, наверное, как раз по этому подъему нам и надо. Нормально мы с ними расправляемся. Так. Чуть левее.
Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
This is a rather conspicuous place to set up camp.
Чем тебе не нравится неудачное место для лагеря? Вполне себе.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies.
Логично.
This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the lost expedition's campsite. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they were wielding magic.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They're not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
Ну, да, логика есть. Записки руководителя экспедиции. Корнеплод состоит из плотных и жестких тканей, издают резкий запах. Некоторые животные на наших глазах поедали такие корнеплоды без каких-либо заметных последствий. Следовательно, растение съедобно. Для окончательного вывода необходимо провести лабораторные исследования. Альфра перенесла свою палатку за пределы лагеря. Говорит, что наша болтовня мешает ей сосредоточиться. Очень способная молодая особа. Я теперь понимаю, почему профессор ее прогнал. Характер у нее скверный. Этот вид птиц широко представлен в долине. Очень любопытные создания. Они подходят так близко, что до них можно дотронуться. Вероятно, островитяне на них не охотятся, иначе они вели бы себя осторожнее. Тем не менее, мясо у них вкусное. Возможно, запрет на охоту как-то связан с местными верованиями. Могу предположить, что наивные дикари обожествляют этих птиц.
This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt. We are definitely on the trail of the lost expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover.
А что это ты в стороне держалась?
A trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it.
Ну что, вы ее загрызли.
More blood. We're on the right path. Keep going.
Да нет, видимо, не они. Ух ты ее.
Corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance. From the looks of him, I would say he's been dead for days, as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
This man traded his life for all the suffering of my people.
It was only a scholar, a sage, not a warrior on the battlefield.
Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal our people from their beds? From who do you think all the clans hide their children?
I lean towards Siora's point of view. The practices of these scholars, so-called seekers of knowledge, are barbaric. Taleme would offer you protection and support.
In exchange for our souls. I think we would prefer to go to war.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand.
Так, нашли какой-то ключик. Наверное, надо вернуться в лагерь и что-то этим ключиком открыть. Нет.
Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer there. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
The view over the valley is magnificent. and makes it difficult for an enemy to approach without being seen.
Мы разбили лагерь в долине, которую собираемся исследовать. На этом острове тесно сосуществует огромное множество разных видов растений. Флора здесь настолько разнообразна, что мы просто обязаны найти средства от малихора. Это растение с синими соцветиями и зубчатыми листьями. Невероятная находка. На континенте я ничего похожего не видела. Нужно провести опыты, чтобы выяснить, содержит ли оно активные вещества. Солдаты предупредили нас, что местным жителям нельзя доверять. Более того, в долине они особенно агрессивны. Это прискорбно. Островитянам должно быть известны свойства всех местных растений. Я чувствую, будто за нами следят. Скорее всего, для островитян наше появление не осталось незамеченным. Надеюсь, они понимают, что мы не собираемся с ними воевать, а просто изучаем местную растительность. С каждым днем мне становится все тревожнее. Они подбираются все ближе и ближе. И боюсь, рано или поздно нападут. У нас мало оружия. Мои коллеги вряд ли смогут за себя постоять. Похоже, те, кто за нами следят, приходят с болот. Если ждать нападения, то с той стороны. Я пыталась предостеречь коллег, но они меня не слушают.
It is a journal. That of a woman from the expedition, a certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops mid-sentence.
These people of the bridge have either just hatched from eggs or are complete idiots. My people are at war. They do not spare an enemy under pretext that they are not wearing the clothing of soldiers.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will certainly lead us to our party of intrepid scientists.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
Ну, давай попробуем. Красота. Меня не перестает удивлять эта игра. Серьезно. Наверное, она станет моей любимой. Или уже стала. Я еще точно не определился.
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp.
That's possible. They look like trackers. But what are they tracking?
New prey, no doubt. Let's get closer.
We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Wait. We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the lion sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look. One of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around. There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door, but I know not where it is kept.
Спасибо. Здрасте.
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
А, вот
We
она.
were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
Well, after this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
Well, we were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He's worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue of a different nature. Do you have a name?
Desade. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin, who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And then?
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid, from the people that your own capture and torture.
I've never taken anyone. On the contrary, we had hoped to exchange our knowledge with your own.
Bishop Petrus, if our young friend hadn't insisted on coming here, I would have gladly let you rot in this marsh.
Behold the charity of the enlightened, huh? This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars' shouts, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, or they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are oh so very close. And I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
Это, я так понимаю, как раз и есть тот обход. А, ну да, типа потайная дверь. Ну давай, веди меня. Долина Великой Битвы. Что-то великого-то было. О, лагерь.
This is where the natives took your colleagues.
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin.
Так, Сиора. Давай тебя уберем.
I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Indeed, it would be wiser than trying to get in through the gate.
Давай. Так, давайте дойдем до главного входа. И тогда на этом на сегодня будем заканчивать. Хрена себе вы там даете. Так, а как же мне пройти-то? А, вот, наверное, боковой. Ну ладно. Немного подеремся. Надеюсь, это же не считается за жертв, правильно? А давай сюда.
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Одежда, я тебе ключ-то возьму. Вижу. Так, наверное, да, нужно пойти. Ой-ой-ой-ой. Понятно. Бешеные спутники. Хлебом не корми, дай порезвиться.
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Так, короче, из инвиза вообще не выходим, я так понял. Было круто, конечно, тут с боем прорываться. Причем ты зацени, какие руины. Это явно не островитян, да?
Is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
Так, как отсюда выбираться будем? Тем же способом, каким пришли. Можно вот так вот, кстати, совсем в обход пойти. Там по лестнице нужно подняться, я так понял. Давай попробуем. Ну тут бы я, да, вряд ли поднялся бы. Лагерь. Ну, все окей. Дорога в лагерь. Это было несложно. Если не учитывать дикий нрав моей команды, которая чуть что, да и только саблей помахать. Здрасте.
Mercy, you have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. We will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Are you really going to massacre these helpless men to answer the demands of those mischievous scientists?
Нет,
Very well.
пощадить.
Leave. And I hope you keep your word.
Thank you, Honor Manawi. I have spoken, and I will honor my words. Qua awalam seg.
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Desade.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true man of science. Cut to the point. Then you'll be thrilled. Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Very well. I'll accompany you.
Let's be off.
Неужели лекарства найдутся? Было бы здорово.
Sir Desade, and our expedition. I thank you sincerely for having brought them back, Excellence. You are a providential man.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
A research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tiena Hack Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted.
Incredible. To think that what we have been searching for all these years could have been created by a savage. We must converse with this woman, and in haste.
We would be happy to assist in this matter, Governor, but I fear we would not be particularly well received.
If obtaining a remedy for the Malachor is at stake, I would be happy to take charge of the matter.
I would like to accompany you if the Governor gives me leave. I will not miss an occasion to meet the woman who elaborated such an important panacea.
Accorded. It is only right that one of our own participate on the expedition that will restore health to our continent.
Very well. We shall do all in our power to find that woman.
Альфра. Ласка, давай тебя уберем. Ну, а тебя возьмем.
Your Excellency.
Lord Desade, and to what do I owe this honor?
I met Ulan, the Bone Blowers clan chief, from the village of Vignamri. He is an open-minded man who holds great expectations of exchanges with the colonies. He would like to meet you to discuss a treaty, even an alliance.
Ulan, you say? I have never heard mention of this name, but to finally have an ally among the natives could only be beneficial. That is excellent news. Still, I fear that I cannot leave the city. That would be taking too much of a risk.
I doubt that Ulan will come to Hikmed. He is looking for an alliance, but he is not desperate. Such a gesture would be considered a sign of weakness by his clan.
That is understandable, I suppose. Do they grasp the concept of emissaries? Do you think that solution might work?
I think that might be possible. I'm sure he would understand that you could not come to see him in person for the same reason.
Excellent. Finally, some clear skies in our negotiations with the natives. My right-hand man will then go to this village to finalize an agreement with King Ulan.
I'll be there too, to make sure everything goes according to our plans. There is another matter concerning the same village that I would like to bring to your attention. A wandering merchant, a member of Ulan's clan, is being kept in your outpost. Can you authorize his entry into the city?
I see no harm in that. This merchant is certainly not a threat to us, and he might even prove useful if the negotiations with his clan should take a foul turn. Here, please be so kind as to give him this letter of passage. If he presents it to the guards, they will let him in and he'll be able to establish his stall in town.
I thank you. I hope to see you again. I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lord.
Your Excellency.
Lord Desart, and to what do...
Can you tell me anything about Afra?
Don't mind me. I'll just count the shadows.
There now, my dear. You know that I have nothing but praise for you. Afra is one of our greatest naturalists. Her knowledge is infinitely precious to us, and we are happy that she is among your party.
Could you tell me a little about your city?
Hikmet is the oldest city on the island. We began construction of its first buildings 15 years ago, shortly after the discovery of the island. A magnificent city, where the great minds of the time were united in a common goal. Here you could find the best doctors, the greatest engineers, and the most eminent savants. In everyone's eyes, this island has great promise, and Hikmet is the city that allows us to make good on that promise.
And what of this conflict with Thélème on Tirfredi?
Officially, we are at war, but we have never waged war openly here. Of course, we did not rejoice when they set up camp on the isle, and we expected the worst. But it seems that their only concern is to convert the natives into believing their ridiculous teachings. They represent no true danger to us, at least not for the time being. And to be frank, we have plenty of other concerns that demand our attention.
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lord.
А между тем он даже спасибо не сказал за то, что мы предупредили их о перевороте. Ладно, идем в резиденцию. Красивый город. А, вот она моя резиденция. Я уже забыл, как она выглядит. Так, ну что, будем на этом на сегодня с вами прощаться. В общем, как я уже говорил, в будущем будем идти только по сюжетным квестам, а все побочные я буду стараться проходить за кадром, потому что и качаться нужно, и там отношения улучшать со всеми. Вот. Как я и говорил, игра очень крутая, и квесты здесь довольно интересные. Да и сам мир, да и вообще все. Блин, это почти что шедевр. Разве что, знаете, какого-то вот лоска небольшого не хватает, какой-то вот полировки, что ли. Но если бы это было, она бы стоила еще дороже. Ну да ладно. Было здорово, в любом случае. Спасибо всем, кто смотрел, всем, кто пришел. Надеюсь, вам понравилось то, что вы увидели. Жмите лайки, подписывайтесь на канал, оставляйте ваше мнение в комментариях. И увидимся с вами на новых стримах и новых видосах. Всем удачи и до связи. Пока. Мой дорогой Тир-Фаради.